What's going on, guys? Today's video is about extreme customer service. It's gonna look something like this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's do it. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Travis. I make videos for people that hopefully inspire them to start a business or make an investment. Or if you already have a business, I want to help you upgrade your business so it flourishes. So there's a reason I didn't call this video the 1, 2, 3s of customer service or how to have great customer service. I called it extreme customer service because I get a little bit extreme about taking care of customers and customer satisfaction. I operate under the old school belief that the customer is always right, kinda. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I just think that the customer should always feel like they got some type of satisfaction and they were treated fairly and they were heard. The difficult part about that is customers often feel like if they don't choose somebody out when they have a problem, that they're not going to be heard. So navigating around your own feelings to serve the customer is the hard part. And I believe that as a service provider, it is our job to serve, right? So yesterday, a customer called my office and wanted to know why their trash hadn't been picked up. My office explained to them that they had a delinquent amount on their bill and that after a certain amount of time, we suspend service until that amount is paid, right? Makes sense. You want to get paid for your service. The customer said that they would pay the past due amount and they wanted their trash picked up that day. My office explained that we didn't have a truck in the area anymore and we run different areas on different days, but that we could probably get a truck over there on Friday. Keep in mind, this is on Tuesday. So this is where customers usually lash out.
Oh my God!
They have a problem, doesn't matter whose fault it is, and they want you to fix the problem. And when you say, here's the solution, if it's not a solution they like, then they start throwing everything at the wall, hoping something will stick so you'll just fix their problem. This particular customer claimed that he was supposed to be set up for automatic payment and that this was our fault and that he wanted to talk to a supervisor or a manager of some sort immediately. So of course I talked to the customer. The customer told me that they were supposed to be set up for automatic payment, and because it was our fault that we didn't automatically charge him, that we should send a truck immediately to get his trash. So after a little bit of talking to the customer and asking some questions, it was very apparent to me that the customer was not being truthful. I do not believe that they had been set up for automatic payment. I don't even think they really understood what automatic payment was until my office told them, if you would have set up automatic payment, this would have never happened. You have to understand, my office spends countless hours billing and trying to collect for that billing from thousands of customers. So our end goal always is to get a customer set up on email billing, automatic payments, and then we don't have to worry about that customer anymore. So if a customer had said, automatically bill me, we would have been all over it. So this happens from time to time and it's super frustrating. When this happens, you have a choice to make. Do I prove that I'm right, or do I swallow my pride and do something that will make the customer happy? I say swallow my pride because nobody wants to do something to help somebody when they feel like they're being accused of something that they didn't do. But this is where extreme customer service comes into play. Remember, it's our job to serve. It's not our job to be right. There's also the domino effect of the customer. If I make one customer happy, he may tell 1, 2, 10 people about his great experience with my company. But the adverse of that is if I make one customer mad, he may tell hundreds of people via social media. He may go on to Google and leave a bad review for my company, and unless I can prove that he's a competitor or that it's hate speech or something like that, Google will not take it down. And you should see some of the reviews people leave when they decide to leave a bad review. I don't like the way this company handled this. I'm gonna leave them 1 star. I've done some other videos about this. If you haven't watched my video called How to Get More 5-Star Google Reviews, I suggest you check that out. But one of the things I talk about is it's kind of inevitable that eventually you're gonna get a 1-star review. So you need to have a program that's designed around getting lots of 5-star reviews regularly, because if you only have like 3 reviews and it's a 4, a 5, and a 5, and then somebody leaves you a 1-star review, your average is going to drop down to like maybe 3 stars or something like that. But if you have 80 reviews and a 4.8 star average and somebody leaves you a 1-star review, it's only going to drop your average to like 4.6, 4.7 stars, something like that. So it's really important to manage your Google reviews and to ask customers constantly for more reviews so that you can absorb a bad review. It's going to happen. The unfortunate thing about a reputation is it could take you years to get a good reputation and only minutes to destroy it, right? This one customer could post something that sways hundreds of customers over time. So anyway, back to the customer. What did I do? So in these situations, the first thing I do is I try to relate to the customer. So I told him that I understood how frustrating it is when you think something could be on automatic payment or when your trash doesn't get picked up. I told him a story about how before I owned a trash company, one time my son had forgotten to put out our trash, and for the whole week we just had to pile trash in our garage until the next week, and how frustrating it was and how bad our garage smelled. So by doing this, I'm relating to him. Like, I've been there. I get it. I feel your pain. When you relate to somebody, they feel heard. And a lot of time in these situations, people want to feel heard. They don't want to feel like a number in a database or on the other end of a line. They want to feel like your only customer and that you have or that they have your attention completely. They want to feel like what's going on with them is important to you. This particular customer had a dumpster. I explained to him that I did not have a truck in the area, and right now we actually have 2 trucks in the shop for major maintenance, so I really didn't have a truck I could send at all. But what I could do is bring down a few cans and leave them, and he could go ahead and fill them up, and then when we came by to empty his trash next week, we'd go ahead and empty those cans, and I would come back and pick up the cans. The customer's attitude immediately changed. They were all of a sudden not confrontational. They were very happy because they had felt like they got heard and they were important, and I had solved their problem. They even went on to tell me that they had been talking to some of their neighbors in the neighborhood about us, and they thought that they could probably get us some more customers down there. If the owner of the company was willing to drive down there and leave a few cans for them and solve their problem, that meant a lot, and they needed to tell other people what a great company we are. What they didn't know is that there was a few cans that needed to be delivered in that area already. So for me to swing by and leave them a couple of extra cans really didn't take much more effort. Also, the extra trash I was going to pick up would have been picked up on that week's trash anyway. So it really didn't cost me anything except for about 15 minutes of extra effort and time, and being able to swallow my pride to help them. The last piece of it is when I did deliver the cans, I held them accountable for their actions so that this wasn't just a free pass for them to take advantage of me again in the future. I explained to them that I couldn't prove that my office didn't do what they were supposed to do, and I couldn't prove that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. But I look for trends, and one thing I know is that my office staff is really good. And if we had forgotten to set up somebody for automatic payment, this would be the first time. I explained that we had a setup form, and I had pulled the setup form and looked, and it was clearly marked that he had said charge my card one time, but don't charge it after that. And then I explained to him that I had personally made sure that he was set up for automatic payments in the future, and that if his card was declined or expired, that was not our fault, it was on him. And in the future, if this turned into a trend instead of just a one-off, that there would be a different result. Of course, the customer agreed and told me that there would never be a problem, and that actually our office was great, and I was great, and everybody was great. So you tell me in the comments below, do you provide extreme service? Am I going overboard? Would you think it's more important to prove that you were right than to try to help the customer? I'd like to hear from you, even if you don't agree with me. Thanks for watching these videos. If you know somebody that would benefit from these, please share it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your bell notifications on, and I'll see you in the next one.